Welcome to the desert. It's 45 degrees centigrade. We do like coming out here in the heat. Today we've got with us a Land Cruiser Xtreme. This is a car that you can buy from Al Futtaim Motors right here in the UAE. But there's some differences on this car. It's got a lift kit, as you can see, and also it's got these different wheels and massive 35-inch tires on it. Now the most interesting thing about this car is who's done these actual modifications. Well, there's a company that you might have heard of called Arctic Trucks. We have one of the representatives right here just deflating the tires a little bit. You may know this company because of a certain expedition they did to the North Pole on a certain TV program. And today we'll find out what your cars can do out in the desert. Welcome, Orn.
Thank you.
How are you finding the heat today?
I'm fine. Good. I'm going to sweat a lot.
And what are you going to be able to show us with these cars today?
I hope we're going to have a good drive in the desert, in the sand, and see what the car can do.
And these cars are now available in this market to buy for anybody, are they?
Yes, it is. It should be in all of the sales places for Al Futtaim in Dubai.
So here we are with Orn at the wheel, giving it some stick, using the best of the V8 power in low ratio, but we're able to get quite a bit of the grunt through to those wheels. Here we go off the side and down. The approach angles of this car are really quite remarkable. That's of course because of the lift kit that's on this car, which gives it an extra 4 centimeters, I believe, of height. Plus, of course, those huge tires. 262,000, it starts from, I believe, dirhams in this market, and it's about $71,000 or so. We've seen what the car can do, but can you talk us through some of the changes on this Land Cruiser to tell us how you've got it to this stage?
Yes, I can. What we first have to do is to find how much we have to lift the car, so we can have this big tires, 35-inch. We lift the car only 4 centimeters. And to get the space for the tires, we have to work with the body and make a space for the tires. So we have to cut the fenders, and after that we make a fender flares.
So these are manufactured by you?
This is manufactured by us.
But using the same material as the bumpers?
Same material as the bumpers, vacuum molded ABS plastic, and so it's just the same as the bumper, and we glue it on the car, inside, outside, so there's no screwing, no correction in between. And then we have a new inner fender, we have new mud flaps. We put a protection on the side of the running boards. That's for 2 reasons. That's for the stones and sands from the tires, and also when you're driving off-road you have some protection. The suspension, when we lift it only 4 centimeters on the suspension, and then we have a new shocks. That's shocks from some special made for us from Kony. And we also changed the bump stops on it because of when you're driving off-road, we want to have a softer and bigger bump stops and take the bumps better. That's the reason.
Yeah, we've certainly seen that in action. I can tell you, I think my back is going to be a little bit better because of that. So I think that's quite appreciated. Tell us a bit about the wheels and the tires.
Yeah, the wheels are 10-inch wide and 17-inch. This is special made for this offset of the offset on is special made for us because of the modification. We don't want to go too much out, and we have to have it exactly right. So you have the turning radius the same as original, and we use 17-inch because you have more rubber in the tires. You can deflate the tire easier to drive in the sun, and that helps a lot in the off-road driving. And then at the same time, when we modify like in rear, we have to open up the wheel arch the whole round in the rear, like in front, and to get the space for the tires. So we are cutting from 6 to 11 centimeters in the body, so it's much more work, and it looks like it's not just fender flares, tires and wheels. And I hope people understand that it is not the work.
It's a bit more than just sticking some big wheels on the thing. And these tires, can you buy them anywhere? Are they specifically from you, or can I just roll into an Al Futtaim tire shop and get these?
You can roll into Al Futtaim tire shop and buy this size of tires. This is 35-inch high, 12.5-inch wide for 17-inch rims, and that's in US it's 35, 12.5, 17, but you have also 325, 12.5, 17. So that's
And for the more extreme cars, you go up to about 44 inches, I believe?
Yeah, 44-inch tires we use a lot, and 38 is also used a lot, and the biggest we do is 46.
So you think this car is going to be very popular with some of the dune bashing enthusiasts in our region?
I hope so. I think this is all you need. You have good driving capability on road, and at the same time you have increased off-road capability.
Thank you very much, Owen. Fantastic. So you've seen what this car can do off the road, and here we are on the roundabout. Let's pick up a little bit of speed. Rolls a little bit. Grip is still pretty good. Turning is not as sluggish as you might expect. Actually, this just drives like a normal Land Cruiser. I think physically the main difference is that I certainly feel like I'm sitting much higher in this car, and that's testimony to the fact that it's 4 centimeters higher in the suspension and another 3.5 in the tire, so you're getting about 7 centimeters higher ground clearance in this car, and you do feel that. But it doesn't have any of the wallowiness and the float that you might have expected with this sort of car. I think that's one of the things that the guys at Arctic Trucks were quite keen on, was to keep the suspension as close in feeling to the regular Land Cruiser as possible. So it stays pretty flat and quite firm. All in all, a great car to drive both on and off-road. You may have trouble trying to park it anywhere in town, but other than that, fantastic.